This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, let's start today's session. So in the last session, we were discuss about modules. Okay, so modules we discussed in the last session. Today, I'm going to discuss about array concept in Python. So what is an array? How to work with arrays in Python? We will discuss. First, what is array? So array is a collection of similar data type elements. Array is a collection of similar data type elements. So array is a collection of similar data type elements, or else array is contain homogeneous elements. That means element must be all same. It's not possible to maintain one element integer, other element is float, other element is string, like this. It's not possible, but it's possible with list actually. So in Python, there is a list data structure. So in the list, we can able to create one element integer, one element float, one element string, like that we can able to create. So array is a collection of similar data type elements, and it is homogeneous elements, we can say. In array creation, so we have to maintain same array, same data type elements. It's not possible to maintain different data type elements. So how to create array in Python? So there is array module, there is array module, there is array module. But using this array module, we can able to create only single dimension arrays. You know, arrays are mainly basically two types. One is single dimension array, single dimension array. Next one is multi-dimension or two-dimension arrays. Two-dimension arrays, single dimension and two dimension. Generally, using array module, we can able to create single dimension array. We can able to create only single dimension array. But it's not possible to create two dimension array using array module. So actually, to create real arrays in Python, we use NumPy module. NumPy. NumPy stands for numerical Python, so which is used to create multi-dimension or two-dimension array. So using array module in Python, only we can able to create single dimension, but it's not possible to create two dimension. And if you want to create two dimension array, so compulsory we have to use what? NumPy package or else NumPy module. It stands for numerical Python. So array NumPy is a multi-dimension array processing package. NumPy is a multi-dimensional array processing package. So to work with NumPy arrays, we have to be install NumPy package explicitly. How to install, I will tell you that later. So first let's start with the array creation with the array module, that is only single dimension array. Using array module only we can create single dimension. We cannot create two dimension. And using NumPy module, we can create single dimension as well as two dimension. Both are possible. So that's what, if you want to create real arrays in Python, we use what? NumPy module, that is stands for numerical Python. Single dimension array means what? An array which contain only one row or one column. An array which contain only one row or one column is called single dimension array. Then two dimension array means an array which contain more than more than one row or more than one column. More than one column is called two dimension array. So always array index starts with the 0. Array index starts with the 0. starts with 0, that is lower bound of array. Lower bound of array, we can say that. Array index ends with array index ends with size minus 1. Size minus 1. Array size minus 1. That is upper bound of array, we can say that. Upper bound of array. Okay. So lower bound and upper one, because array index starts with always 0, that is lower bound. Ending index with size minus 1, that is upper bound. Suppose array elements are 10, 10 minus 1, that is 9. So array ending index is what? 9 only. So that is upper bound of array, we can say that. So let's start with creation of arrays with array module by importing array module. Later we'll go with the NumPy module, how to create single dimension as well as two dimensional, both the cases. Okay. So to work with arrays, compulsory we should use array module. Import array. Import array. So array name is like this. Then I'm going to use array of how to create array using square bracket. So my elements of array are this is 2, 3, 4. Then print a. So is this array creation? Now let's check out. So it's not possible. Sorry. This going to be executed as sample. So it's going to be, it's not. So test.py. So now you can see type error is coming. Module object is not callable. That means it's not possible to create array directly. So that is the problem with the array module. To create array using array module, compulsory we use type code. So what is type code actually here? So there is a standard type code will be there, type code. So if type code is I means integer array, type code is float, F means float, type code is U means Unicode characters, character values. So type code is suppose D means double float values. Like this, different type codes will be there according to that is what we can say standard format. So let's show the type code format what it is exactly here. So just I'll show you quickly. So this is the type code actually here. Based on the type code, we have to be create array actually. You can see type code, C type, C standard type, Python type. So small b I have given integer type. It is possible. Minimum size in bytes is 1 byte. Capital B in unsigned character, that is integer type in Python script, that is 1 byte. U means character 2 bytes. H means signed short, that is integer type only 2 bytes. Float means F value. D means double value, it occupy 8 bytes in Python. So D and F were float only. So like this I in the sense integer type only. So these are the standard type code will be there. So while creating array, so you must and should be mention type code here. Without type code, it is not possible to create an array. So for every array, mm, yes, yes, you have to mention type code compulsory. So for every array, we need to must we have to type code. Yes, just possible. It's required actually. Just especially in array module only, but it's not required to create array with NumPy numerical Python. It's not required. So type code is must be required here. I means integer type I'm giving. So now this time it's created. So look at here. Yes, test.py. Yes. Module, yes, we import module, no? So that's what we have to use array dot array. Even though array dot array, if I'm not using type code, it will not work out. So you can see type error, array argument one must be Unicode character, not list. It treated as list actually. So without type code. So here I'm giving type code. So it's created array clearly. So now I want to know that whether it is what type actually here. Before that, let's show you here F I'm giving. So F. here floating point representation. Okay, so character array you want to create, then we can use this character array like this, S A I like this. So this is character array creation. Whatever it is, any character array, no matter it is, can we not import one time type code? So it's not possible. Yes, arrays are different data type elements, no, so we cannot possible. Directly we can use here I. So every array you have to be create separate type code compulsory 2 3 4 5. Now this is array creation in array module, but I want to know what type of array here. Type of A. Type of A. So type of A is nothing but array dot array. It's array only. Next, print A dot D type. D type, or what we can say, uh, A dot type code. Type code, we can say that. Type code is what here? I. So I is a type code here. Next, print A dot buffer information. I want to know that. Buffer information means the memory address of the array and number of elements are what? 4. 4 elements are there. Print length of A also it is possible. Number of elements it is only length of 4 it is. Next, print A dot what we can say, um, see here, A dot append of what we can say 33. I'm going to use A dot append 33, so it is going to be none. Why? Because we have to use like this, A dot append of 33. I'm going to add one array element to the existing one, so A dot append of 33, so 33 will be added at the last only. Next you can see A dot remove of A of 1. A of 1. A of 1 in the sense what? In the one index, it's going to be removed. What is one index? 0 and 1. So 3 will be removed and print. So 2, 4, 5, 33 here. Similarly, I want to make A dot reverse, reverse method and print A. So this is reverse 33, 5, 4, 2 like this one, reverse order. So reverse of the array, remove the elements from array, appending the value to the array. So just information, length of the array, type code and type of A. So this is basic simple operations with array actually here. Okay. So with the array module only. So here import array I use, then A equals to array dot array. But array is what module name, then array is what class name. Directly we can import like this, import array as ARR. It is alias name. So now I'm using ARR. It is possible to create. Okay. So this is what creating single dimension array by using array module. So we created single dimension array, no matter it is. So we created, but this I want to print directly not. I want to print loop through. So is it possible to print loop through? Yes, it's possible. How it is possible? We can see uh, for for I in A. For I in A. A is what? Array. So next I want to print A of I. A of I. I is a loop variable. Now one by one element is going to be print. So index, array index out of range. Why array index out of range? Here you can see range of how many elements are there? 4 elements. Yes, 4 elements. For I in range of 4, then print A of 5. A is having only range 4 elements, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. For example, when I give range of 4 here, so if I increase my elements like this, if I increase, can implement the logic without built-in functions? No, it's not. How do we list it is? We can implement logic list only, but list is different and array is different, no? Yes, so list is contain different data type elements, but array is having only homogeneous elements. Now this time we can see that the range of 4 in the sense Only four elements have given previously. So now this time I increase two more numbers here, two more numbers, but still it is going to 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem is what? Up to range of 4 it is going to be written. So better to use what to avoid that. How much of array length is there, that much only it will take by default. No matter, you can increase any number of elements or decrease any number of elements into array, so that length of array is possible to create here. Okay, this is what. So this is what printing array elements using for loop. Array element using for loop. Range is a built-in function. Can we not create our own range function? Range function we can create. Range and array is not the same, no? Yes, range array is not same. No, range, this we have numpy array. So in numpy arrays, a range function is there. A range. Okay, a range function we can use array range. So using range function we can create numpy arrays, but we can use only between from the starting to ending number range of elements. That is possible with numpy, but it's not possible with the direct array. Right now we are working with array module. It's not numpy module. Let's show you numpy module later. So for I in range length of a, print a of I. So a of I here. Okay. Next, I want to copy the element from one array to another array. How to copy the element from one array to another array? We'll check out quickly here. So suppose a array is there. Just let's create. Otherwise, we can use like this also, from array import star. This is possible. So now this time we can use only array of. So I is my type code 2, 3, 4, 5. This is print a. So this is having array elements like a elements. Okay. Now I would like to copy these all a elements into b array. How to copy the elements from a to b? You can see this. So b equals to a dot type code. Sorry, b equals to a. Let me check out. So a equals to array. So b equals to array of. So I want to mention type code because my source array type code is I. All integer elements only I need to copy into b. So b equals to array of I also. Here I'm using. After that, what I'm using for 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 I in a. Yes, I in a. Then what I'm doing, print b here. So is it copied? Yes, it's copied. You can see this I is a type code, both type code should be same. Now here I is a loop variable for I in a. So whatever I in a, it's going to be read, that will be stored in I. That values will be stored in b. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose you can do the logic here. You can see I into I also we can use. I into I in the sense every I value, that is 2 value, it is multiplied with 2. 2 to 4, 3, 3, 4, 6, 9, 4 into 4, 16, 5 into 5, 25. It will be added to the B array. While copying, I did some modification and I into I. So with multiply with same element, and I'm going to store into new array that is called B. So you can use this logic here, I into 2. So every element I want to make with multiplication of 2, then I into 2, it's going to be printed here 4, 6, 8, 10 like this. So B array it is and A array it is here. A equals to array of I 2, 3, 4, 5. A array elements will be copied. But the problem with this, suppose my my array source array is f actually. So what happened, you can see in this case it shows error or not? Yes, type error, integer argument expected but got float. So what is float actually here? So we have float 2, 3, 4, 5, but while copying we have given what the type code is I. It's not work out. So instead of that, okay, why don't we use directly a dot type code option. A is array name dot type code. So a dot type code, in the sense, no matter it's working fine. So whatever the source array is having type code, that directly it's going to be affected here. So a dot type code only. So you need not to worry about which type code is required to use like this only. So let's run it. So you can see this 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, and array is like this here. So we multiplied with 2 only, no, so that's what it's going. Otherwise we can remove this, same elements will be copied. So irrespective of whatever the type code is there I, so that is going to be placed into B also. So you need not to worry about like this only. So this is what array creation, array copying the array, so from one array to another array using particular type code, using loop through. So we did this. So this is array module. Single dimension array only we can able to create. But actual arrays and real arrays, if you want to work with work in Python, so we should use what? NumPy array. NumPy. So what is NumPy? It stands for numerical Python. So NumPy is a multi-dimensional array processing package. So using NumPy, so more array calculations and complex operations we can do. So NumPy module, will it come directly or we have to be installed? You can check out here. I want to work with the NumPy arrays, so just I'm trying to do that import NumPy. Is it coming? No, it's not coming. Okay, so it's not coming. So this is not available NumPy. So in PyCharm. So to work with NumPy arrays in PyCharm, you must and should be what we can say, install numpy package. So how to install numpy package we will see in PyCharm. But similarly, so let's check out in Python ideally whether numpy is presented or not. I'm checking Python ideally. Import numpy. Here we won't get error because already I installed the numpy package in Python ideally. How it was installed, in the sense, through command prompt. So numpy is ready. We can able to create numpy array here. So there is no error is there. You can able to check out in Python ideally if it is there or not. If it is not there in Python ideally, so to install numpy package in Python ideally, so we have to go to command prompt. We have to go to command prompt, and now the steps to install is what? pip3 space install space numpy numpy. We have to install like this. pip3 space install space numpy, then enter. So make sure while installing this numpy package internet connection is required. Okay, otherwise you might be get some issue. PIP3 stands for Python install packages. 3 is the third version, and install is a command. NumPy is a package, NumPy process. But here you can see in my machine already it was installed. So requirement already satisfied. NumPy in C, like this it is presented. No need to worry about that. Okay, already installed. So if you are not installed, it will take few seconds to load. Actually, some progress bar will be there, and after that it will be successfully installed. Now onwards we can able to work. Now onwards we can able to create numpy arrays where using Python ideally, not PyCharm. So if I want to create numpy arrays with PyCharm, so is it enough to install command prompt? No. You can see this numpy, it's not possible. So you have to be install numpy package here also in PyCharm editor, but the installation of numpy package in PyCharm editor is quite different. So how it is, you can see this, click on file menu, and you just click on settings, and after, not only numpy package, any other package if you want to install, you have to follow these steps. Okay, then expand your project here. Project is Python project at 6 a.m. and you can select project interpreter, and there is a right hand side, there is a plus symbol, you just click on it, and here you can type in the search available packages search box is there, you can type numpy. So you will be able to see that numpy. So you have to select numpy and install package. So it takes few seconds to install. After successful installation, you can able to create numpy arrays directly in your PyCharm editor. Yes, it's on time only. No need to do every time. For one project, you have created other project, then you have to do again. Package NumPy installed successfully. So NumPy is ready. So let's close it and close it. Now we can try to import NumPy. So import NumPy. It's coming. Even you can see once we delete. So import space NumPy. So it's possible to work on it NumPy now. So we can create NumPy arrays. But while creating, see, as I told you that using NumPy, see NumPy is coming in intelligence, yes, it's coming. So to create array using NumPy, so there are some methods are there. So as I told you that only using array module we can create only single dimension array, but using NumPy module we can able to create single dimension as well as two dimension arrays. So how to create first arrays using NumPy? So using NumPy we can create arrays by following methods, by using following methods. Using NumPy we can create arrays by using following methods. One is array method, next one is linspace linspace, next one is log space log space, next one is a range, next one is zeros, next one is ones. These methods are there to create uh, NumPy arrays, but single dimension arrays. Okay, so array, linspace, log space, a range, zeros, and ones. Let's start with array function. Using array method, how to create NumPy arrays. So simple a equals to array. Is it coming? Not coming. Because why? You have to use numpy dot array. So because of it is numpy array, so numpy dot array. You don't want to use numpy every time. So from numpy import star you can use array. So let's try to do that here array creation. It's not no need to require here type code. Directly we can able to create array like this. That is the difference between array module and numpy module. Here no need to create array with type code. Directly it is going to be print array structure. This is real array actually. Then print type of a. So what type it is? So its type is like this, numpy nd array. That means number of dimensions. Next I want to print what we can say a dot size, array size is how much? 5. Next print a dot d type is there, data type. What type of array it is actually here? Integer type, int 32. 32 is the range of values. So range of values, given range of values. And next a floating point array if I'm creating, for example you can see 2.3, 2.3. But look at here, whenever I'm giving one value 2.3 float, but remaining all values will be turned into what? Float values. That is the thing actual here. Yes, because array is what homogeneous elements, similar data type elements. Even though we give one value is floating point, remaining array elements also will be turned into floating points. So that's what here float 64 D type is there. But though we have given one values float values, still I want to make my array is integer type only. There is an option called int you have to mention. Then though we have given floating point, it will not turn into integer. So it will not turn into all elements float values. It still turn into integer values like 2 3 4 5 6 numpy array 5 elements int values are there. D type it is. So type of a dot size and a dot d type. Then what we can say, print a dot what we can say, mm, and dim, that is number of dimensions. In what scenario we use this? Yes, we can create array creation anyways. So for example you want to store employee IDs, okay, only unique IDs you want to store, then we can use array. Similar data type elements, integer type of IDs you want to store, we can use array. And arrays we can use in gaming applications also. Arrays can be used in what we can say, um, some what we can say gaming application we can use, and employee details you want to display in list format. So see, number of employee details are there. Suppose 1,000 employee details are, 15 employee details are, 100 employee details are there. But that employee details must be similar data type elements you want to display, then we can use array. But employee details are different IDs, like with different data type IDs, then we can go with list actual here. So in that case, we can use array concept. Print a dot n dimension means number of dimensions are there. So how many number of dimensions are there? Only one. Why? Because it is single dimension array. So that's what n dim, in the sense it's a function. It's going to be written only one dimension. So this is what array creation with array method. But there is another method is there, no, linspace. Linspace, no need to use your own elements. Directly we can use here start, start. Then after that, stop, stop, stop. Then after that, number of parts. How many number of parts you want to use? You want to create array with how many number of parts? Linspace, start, stop, number of parts. So let's try to do that. This one here. So for example, this is numpy dot linspace, linspace. Now here I have to use start. I want starts my array 2 and ends with 20. Number of parts are what we can see, 8 elements I want to create. Let's try to create. Automatically it create 8 elements. By default it return into float. Yes. But is this possible to return into integer? Look at here. I'm giving integer. So it's going to be not going to be written integer format, because it's obviously float values, because we are giving what, range, start value, stop value, and number of parts we are maintaining. So that's what it won't return any integer elements of array. Always by default float elements are array. Based on your range, it will be divided into that many parts and it will print. Suppose only 5 parts I want to do that, from 2 to 20. So 5 elements will be print 2.6.5, 11.15.5, 20, like this. This is type of arrays, multi-dimension array only here. Next, this is linspace only. So for example, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 15 elements is possible. Yes, 15 elements. 15 elements is possible with according to the division. 1 to 10, 15 numbers will be divided according to floating point. So this is possible. Linspace is a method which is used to create array by providing your start and stop and number of parts. There is similarly log space is there. It is also same, start and stop, number of parts, number of parts, number of parts. So log space, in the sense log format array will be created instead of linspace. So yes, we can just now I told you can create your own array elements. Yes, we can able to create your own array elements. Own array elements in the sense you can give your own numbers. But here I'm not giving my numbers. I want to generate my array floating numbers within the range. Then that's purpose we use linspace. And mathematical arrays you want to use log space, we can use log format through we can able to create log space, log space. Log space in the sense all log format it will be there. You can see this 1.0000 e plus 1 4.3939705 e plus 01. So this is called log format. So different formats we can able to create with log values. Multiple log values you want to generate automatically, then we can use numpy dot log space. Start value 1, end value 10, and number of parts will be any number of parts you want to generate, automatically it will be generated. So sequence of numbers like this with log space. And next here a range is there. It's not a range, it is a range. So here a range start value, similarly start value, next stop value, where you want to start, where you want to stop, and this is what step. It's not number of parts, step. So how much step you want to display each and every array. Okay, so start value, stop value, step value, how much step you want to display this, start, stop, step. So a range it is. So let's try to do a range, a range, a range, start, stop, step is what, 5. So I want to generate only 1 and 6 because 1 it started plus 5 is what, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 is not there because our target array is what, length is what, only 10. So 20 I'm giving here. 1 to 20 number of arrays can be created, but each array will be maintained step is what, 5 step. So now you can see 1, 6, 11, 16. 1, 6, 11, 16. So different ways we can able to create arrays in NumPy module, but it's not possible in array module, regular module. So there is only creation of arrays like integer type of elements, string type of elements, character, like depend on based on requirement. But here we use mathematical operation purpose. NumPy is the best module. We can able to create our own way a range using only zeros and ones also is possible here. There are the methods all there. I want to work with binary format, and only I want to work with arrays creation with zeros only. So a dot numpy dot zeros. So how many number of zeros you want, you have to mention compulsory. So now you can see 5 zeros through element. So it is floating point, but if I'm giving integer, so it turn into integer format. Otherwise only ones through we can able to create zeros and ones. All ones arrays I'm creating like this only. These are the basic methods which are available in NumPy module. So still we have to create what, two-dimension array. So these are all only single dimension array I created using NumPy module also. But our uh, especially array NumPy module is for multi-dimensional array processing package. So how to create multi-dimension array using NumPy later I'll tell. But before that, one simple program I will write using uh, array module. Suppose array module is there. So because previously what I discussed. So one example I will tell. For example, how to accept array at runtime. So I created a single dimension array with array module like this. A equals to array of here. I is integer type. Then 2, 3, 4, 5 I have given no. Yes. Print A. So it's printed array actually here with the with array module. But yeah, test.py array.array we have to use. Now this is printed here 2, 3, 4, 5. But how to accept values at runtime, sir? It's possible? Yes. So let's check out quickly from array import star, import star. So I want to create one empty array. So a equals to array, array, array. Type code is what, I, then square bracket. It is empty array, empty array. So then immediately I need to ask to the user, okay, int of input of enter length of the array, enter length of the array. User should enter the length. That length based on I have to ask to the user for I in range, for I in range of what, n number of times I want to ask. What I want to ask here, x equals to input of input of enter next value, enter next value. As soon as user is entered next value, so a dot, a is what, array name, append of x, I want to append x value. Then finally what I want to print, a. That's it. So this is what accepting array values at runtime. but based on user length only. First, I created empty array. This is with array module, not numpy module. Then length user will enter. Suppose 5 will enter. So 5 will go and stored in n. So for I in range of 5, 5 means 5 times it asks enter next value, next value. Every time it has to be append. So how to add an item, array item into the array? So by using append method, a dot append of what value should add x value. So finally I have to print array. So let's try to do that. So I'm going to enter first 4 elements, 4. So first value 34. Oh, it's going to be yes. So here we have to take indentation. Sure. Let's check out what is the problem actually here. No, let's wait. Enter length 4, next value, an integer required got type string. Yes, what is that? Yes, int of input of. This is big mistake. Let's try to do that. 34, 56, 67, 78, and 89. So how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We given how much? Oh, sorry. Length is too big actually. Yeah, it has to be entered some 4 length. 34, 23, 45, 67. 4 only length. So it's going to be created array here. Each and every item will be appended to the A at runtime. So we are printing. After printing, what I want to find out here, I want to search my array element. S equals to int of input of enter element for search. Enter element for search. User will enter the element for search. I have to print array searching. Print a dot index of yes. A dot index of s. A is array name. Index is what? So which index it is there, the element which is entered by the user, that is s value. I want to find out. So let's find out here. So array length is 5. 5 elements I am ready to enter. 23 is 1. 12 is 2. 56, 34, 89, 67. Sorry. These are the 5 elements. So I want to enter element to search. Element is 56 where it is available 0, 1 and 2. Second index it was there. So index is what? 2 is there. So this is called searching an array element while entering element at runtime. So accepting values at runtime from the user inputs and to create an array by using array module. So this is what using array module and using numpy module we were created in different types of arrays. But in next session we will discuss actual multi-dimension array, how to create using numpy, then how to do some basic operations on multi-dimension arrays we will discuss. Okay, so see you tomorrow.